Hey guys, I'm Vivian Nweze here with Red Carpet Report in Hollywood for the African American Film Critics Association Awards. So I think that Luke Cage kind of jump-started this whole black superhero movement that we're having right now. How do you feel?
I don't know if it jump-started it. I'm just honestly happy that our show is a part of what looks like to be a continuum, because when you see Black Panther, and I'm lucky enough to be one of the people that have seen it, it takes things to a whole nother level. What I like to say is, like, you know, maybe Luke Cage set the table, but the meal that Ryan Coogler and crew cooked for that movie is just taking all of us, television and film, to a whole nother level.
Definitely. And how timely is it that Black Panther is coming out? It's Black History Month. Get Out is killing it. I mean, this is like the most lit Black History Month of all time, in my opinion.
Well, no doubt. But, you know, the problem I've always had with Black History Month is, why do we get the shortest month?
Right?
You know, I'm thinking the thing about the success of, hopefully, of Black Panther, and then soon after A Wrinkle in Time in March, is that, you know, people finally understand that our talent, our culture, our entertainment are universal. And, you know, while of course I appreciate the fact that we celebrate all these things during Black History Month, I mean, this needs to be a year-round celebration, to be perfectly honest.
No, I completely agree with you. And that's part of why I really appreciate what you've done with Luke Cage, because it's not just a show that's a black show or just for black people. It's something that people who enjoy a fighter, someone who enjoys a superhero, someone fighting for the community, they can all watch this and relate to it and be excited by it. How did you craft the show to have that tone?
Well, make no mistake about it, Luke Cage is a black show, but it's a black show that's universal. I mean, if I was going to liken us to a record, it would be like Songs in the Key of Life. I mean, that record is so important to black culture, but you can play that record anywhere. And that's really what we aspire to be, which is inclusively black, which is to celebrate the depths and the profundity of our culture, but at the same time do it in a way that everybody can understand it and everyone can relate to it. And I think that's really the thing that, you know, most people walk away with, is how much I always get, like, I didn't think Luke Cage was a show for me, but then I saw it, and then I loved what I saw, and it made me think about things differently. And that's really all that you can ever aspire to do as a writer, creator, but also, honestly, as somebody that aspires to do, you know, this on the highest level possible.
Which you're doing, just no big deal.
Thank you.
And for people who want to be writers and creators themselves, what advice would you give them as far as getting ready for Hollywood? Because I feel like people get ready in their homes, but they're not ready for the craziness and the hustle out here.
I think, here's the thing. People sometimes will worry about, you know, can I get an agent, or can I get connected to a certain star? The most important thing you can do is sit down and write and lay out your vision. Even if you're a producer and you're not a writer, just having a game plan and just following through is going to be what takes you further than any connection. Because the thing that I always say is, like, okay, it's great to kind of be at parties and network, but if you don't have the products, you have nothing to put forward. And then after that, it's just floss. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, it all starts with the written word, particularly in screenwriting and television. And that's the one thing you can control the quality of. You can't control whether or not you're going to sell it. You can't control whether or not it gets made, but you can control the quality of the word based on the effort that you put in. So what I would say is, like, everything helps the other. But if you really focus on the creation and trying to create something special, you know, it always finds a way. You know, and I don't want to say that it's not tough. I don't want to say that there's no struggle, but that kind of talent, that kind of commitment, that kind of passion will eventually find a way. It just always does.
I mean, how do you find talent? How do you find people to fill up your writer's room and keep Luke Cage pumping really exciting storylines?
I'm lucky that I've been able to retain the writers that I have, but I'm also lucky that, you know, looking out for people and just, you know, there is no one way. I mean, the thing is that I look for, honestly, are people that have a perspective. So when you read a spec, it doesn't have to be about Luke Cage or superpowers or black culture. It has to just have a passion on the page. Is really what anyone looks for, honestly.
Okay, so you'll get my script soon. Kidding. But thanks so much for talking to us, and have a great night. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice meeting you as well.
So guys, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what your favorite movie is from this past year.